Good afternoon. Thank you for coming. My name is Linda Chandler, and I'd like to welcome you to the 2008 Warren County Fair Clean Contest Judging Day. And we're getting ready to start in just a couple of minutes. Thank you for your patience. We always say we like to start at 1-ish, and so I don't know the definition of ish, but so thank you for your patience. I'd like to introduce a special lady here with us today, our reigning Miss Warren County Fair, Miss Danielle Buxton. If you'll give her a big round of applause. She got all glammed up for us today. We're so excited. You look great. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a great queen this year. And it'll be sad tomorrow night to crown the new one. But we're so thankful for all that you've done to help us this past summer. And we're looking forward to your trip to the State Fair in August. So I'll leave the microphone to Danielle, and again, we'll get started here in a couple of minutes.
Thank you, Linda. Hey guys. I just also want to say again, thanks for coming out. We really do appreciate it, and we do appreciate your patience. This morning, the girls did their interviews, and they looked great for that. And we've just been back there talking and getting ready for talents, and I know they're really excited to show off what they've got. So get excited, because I've been talking to them, and they look great. Let's see. I am excited for the State Fair. That's coming up in August, and it should be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it, and kind of nervous myself to kind of go through it again. But now that I've had a little bit of experience, it should go well. I mean, whenever the judge is ready, we can get started. Are you guys ready? Okay, I don't want to move too fast. But our first contestant number 1, will be performing a speech, and she's sponsored by Guardian Title Company.
I am contestant number 1. I am a member of the Dynamite 4-H Club. I have been a member for 11 years. While in 4-H, I have done many projects. I have shown dogs, horses, and rabbits at our local county fair. I have also put many projects in our 4-H exhibit hall building. Some of them are cake decorating, woodworking, clothing, textiles, foods, and arts and crafts. I have had projects go to the State Fair due to winning a blue gold at our local fair. So that all the people from all over the state can see what I have done throughout the year. You're probably wondering what 4-H stands for. 4-H stands for Head, Health, Heart, and Hands. 4-H has taught me to never be afraid to be myself, since people are going to like you because of who you are and not who you aren't. It has taught me leadership skills, like being a camp counselor for the past 4 years and being on East Central Council as regional representative for Warren County. I have held offices in our local county club and team leaders group. 4-H has taught me to get out of my comfort zone and not be afraid to see what else is out there. If it wasn't for 4-H teaching me to get out of my comfort zone, I would have not had some of the best experience that I had in 4-H. In my 11 years, I have had many lifetime friends that I will never forget. The friends I have made 6 years or so ago, I still remain in contact with. We still talk about the first day we met, and just about every year or so, we run into each other at something with 4-H. We make many more memories as we see each other. No matter where I go, I always end up running into someone that I have met through 4-H, whether it's at a shopping mall in St. Louis or in a mall in Columbia. Thank you.
while the judges kind of do their thing, I just wanted to mention that all the girls have beautiful hair today, thanks to Sharper Image, Jazz It Up, and also Luminise, and they were here this morning helping the girls look their best, and I think they all look great, and you'll see throughout the performances that everyone looks fantastic. Also, Jazz It Up Salon donated manicures and pedicures to all the girls, and I have my nails done, and I love it. But they got all of it done for free, so we really appreciate Jazz It Up for donating the manicures and pedicures. Also, while the judges are still tallying up, we had breakfast this morning provided by Hometown Bakery, and we really appreciate that. So it was delicious of donuts and bagels and muffins, so we wanted to say thank you for that too. All right, you guys ready for the next one? All right, contestant number 2 will be performing her talent, and she is sponsored by Westplex Real Estate. And here she is. That was contestant number 2, performing her talent, and I wanted to fix this. She is sponsored by Westplex Real Estate, but Sam Smith in particular. Also, I wanted to mention that the girls all had their makeup done this morning, and they look fantastic. And the makeup was done by Amy Long with Mary Kay, so all the girls look really great. I also want to talk a little bit about the fair. The parade is tomorrow, and tomorrow is the free day, and it's also coronation. So everyone should come out and come celebrate and also watch the new queen get crowned. It'll be a sad day for me, but an exciting day for one of the girls. But yeah, you should come all out, and the girls have been selling their fair passes, and they're doing really well, and today's the last day for them to turn in their money. And the top 5 sales get rings from S&S Jewelers, and they are gorgeous rings, and I actually have a list of them right here. Brought out my little cheat sheet this time. Well, I can't find it, but that's okay. But there's 5 rings and they're gorgeous. And I believe we're ready for the next one. Our next contestant, number 3, will be performing a speech, and she's sponsored by Hometown Bakery. Doing a talent.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before I demonstrate to you my talent, I want to take just a few moments to explain kind of how I got into my talent. While in 5th grade, I attended Mount Hope Elementary School, and I was a part of the American Heart Association Show Me Jumpers. This team was a hand-selected team based upon grades, overall jump rope ability, and your personality. They wanted a student that could not only represent athletic ability, but could teach elementary students good heart health. We would travel from school to school across the state of Missouri, doing performances to encourage students to raise money for their own jump rope-a-thon and to promote good heart health. It was an awesome feeling just seeing the kids want to go out and raise money for people who don't have it as good as us just because of our one performance. It really felt great. And even though I only jump rope for 3 seasons because I moved out here, I learned so much. I learned that you can never give up because sometimes performances just don't go your way. You step on the rope and you just got to go on, keep smiling. And the most important thing that I learned is that with encouragement and a little community involvement, you can save lives.
Again, that was contestant number 3 performing her talent and sponsored by Hometown Bakery. Another place that has really helped us out this year has been the Hiding Place. We went there on our tour day and we stopped and had lunch there. And it's a cute little bed and breakfast, and they're actually allowing the girls, throughout the week of the fair, they're allowing the girls to come over and swim on those hot days, so that's something that they're really looking forward to, and actually we're going there after we wrap up things here, and after evening gown, we're going over there again for pizza and to swim again. So I know the girls are looking forward to pizza, and I'm kind of looking forward to pizza myself. I'm getting a little hungry. All right. And if we're ready for the next contestant, okay. Contestant number 4 will be performing a talent, and she's sponsored by the Edward Brothers. Thank you.
Unfortunately, today I can't perform my talent for you, but I can show you. My talent is photography, and I've been doing photography for 10 years now. I was first introduced to photography at the age of 8 when I joined 4-H. I've decided to further my education in the fall and with a minor in photography. I plan to one day have my own studio along with my cousin Samantha, and we have great expectations, and we can't wait to see what our future is going to hold. Photography is more than just a talent, it's my passion. My biggest accomplishment was at my first fair. Not only did I receive my first blue ribbon, I qualified for the state fair for my very first time. I entered 3 pictures of a sunset that I had taken in the exhibit hall. My favorite thing to do with photography is trick photography. Now this is really fun, relaxing, and you can do all kinds of different things and experiment with it too. My favorite pose to do with trick photography is using 2 people, and you put them at a far distance away from each other, and you make the picture appear as if one is holding the other one in the palm of their hand. Now I'm going to show you my pictures. Judges, I've also prepared portfolios of my work for you guys to look at as well. This picture here is of my niece Lily. She's 7 months old, and I took this probably 2 weeks ago of her just playing in the grass. A funny little story behind this one here, I actually took this one in the McDonald's drive-thru. It was after 9/11, and I thought it would just make such a beautiful picture, especially at the time that our United States was at. This is my favorite photo. The reason this is my favorite photo is it's because it's from a barn that was near my house and recently has been torn down. I photographed this in black and white because black and white makes some of the most beautifulest pictures I've ever seen. The rest of these are various ones that I have taken. This one is of flowers near my house, and this one probably looks familiar to a lot of you. It's a picture of the old top of the courthouse. This is of the actual road I live on. It's such a beautiful
That was contestant number 4, sponsored by the Edwards Brothers of Wright City, performing her talent/speech. She kind of did both on me, I wasn't ready. I want to take just 1 second to say thank you to our lights and sound guys. It's David Nash and Peter Harmon, and I really appreciate them being here and taking time out of their summer. Thank you guys. Can you give them a round of applause? Thank you. The next girl we have coming up, she's contestant number 5, and she'll be performing a speech. She's sponsored by Zizer Auto Group, so give it up for her.
Good afternoon. I'm contestant number 5, and I've prepared a speech today about psoriasis and how it's affected me in my life. A little bit about psoriasis. It is a non-contagious genetic disease that flares up when the immune system prompts skin cells to regenerate too quickly. As many as 7.5 million Americans have psoriasis. There is no cure yet for it, and the government does not provide enough funds to find a cure for it. I was diagnosed at the age of 3. My mom started to see rashes developing whenever I got sick, and so she took me to the dermatologist, and they diagnosed me with psoriasis, and we had no clue about it until I went to the doctors. Ever since then, it's only progressed. In October of 2006, 2 weeks before I went on my 10-day Caribbean cruise, I was diagnosed with strep throat, and then 10 days before I left, I had broken out in these rashes all over my body, and so my mom took me back to urgent care, and they told me that it was an allergic reaction to the medicine, to stop taking the medicine. I went on my cruise, and when I came back, it was covered over 80% of my body. I had to go for 3 months to the hospital to get the light treatment, which whenever you go in there, it's like a tanning bed, and the light goes into the psoriasis and works its way out to help dry up the psoriasis. Just in May, I had tonsillitis at the end of school, and my psoriasis came back, ironically, after I decided to do this speech. Now I have them again. I had my tonsils taken out 2 weeks ago on Monday, the doctors are hoping that maybe that will help my immune system stay low so that my psoriasis won't flare up anymore. I was debating whether or not to do the pageant once I got my psoriasis, but I figured it's about celebrating the all-American girl, and I'm a girl in America and I have psoriasis, and I'm not going to let that stop me. Thank you.
That was contestant number 5 performing her speech, sponsored by Zizer Auto Group. I just want to take a second and talk about our tour day we recently had. We were able to tour, the ambulance and the fire trucks and the Arch helicopter. That was cool. And we also talked on the radio at KFAB and KWRE with Mikey T. And he was a lot of fun. He's always a goofball. But I don't know if you heard us on there. We were on pretty early, so maybe some of the younger crowd didn't hear. But I know I would have been sleeping had I not been up doing that. We also had t-shirts that were provided that day for us by Pittman Funeral Home, and they have been providing our t-shirts for a while now, and they always look fantastic, and the girls, I know, had a good time, and they looked great. If we're ready for our next contestant number 6, she's doing a talent, and she's sponsored by Great Transformations. Thank you.
All my love and my devotion. You want my love and soul right on the line. all my love and my devotion. You want my love and soul right on the line. I have no doubt that I could love you forever. The only trouble is you really don't have the time. You got one night only, that's all you have to spare. One night only, let's not pretend to care. Love me for one night only, come on, baby, come on. One night only, we only have till dawn. One night only, come on, baby, come on. One night only, we only have till dawn. Love me for one night only, let's not pretend to care. One night only, we only have this time to share. One night only, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
That was contestant number 6 performing her talent, and she's also sponsored by Great Transformations. I got a little goosebumps when she was singing. I always get goosebumps when I hear people sing. I think because I'm jealous. I wish I could sing, but it doesn't come out very well. I wanted to mention a little bit more about our tour day. We did do a lot more than what I said, and I just wanted to bring it up. We were also able to tour the courthouse and the jail, and we always have a lot of fun. And actually, one of our contestants was strapped down in one of the chairs, and we had a good time with her, pushing her around in the restraint chair. So that was a fun time, and she'll be coming up pretty soon. But if we're ready for our next contestant, contestant number 7, it'll be performing a speech, and she's sponsored by Mechanical Motion LLC.
When someone asked me what I did in school, I wasn't afraid to say FFA. I didn't play softball and I didn't play basketball. I played the leadership game. You're probably thinking FFA is what kids do on the farm, but really it's not. It's about what you want to become. This organization has allowed me to meet many people in the United States and to show my true colors. I was always the shy kid in the corner until FFA. I was able to be myself. Some activities that I was able to participate in were national conventions, state conventions, leadership programs from the area level and the national level, contest teams, and banquets. National Convention is not just a meeting place for FFA members. It is a place where FFA members come to learn how to make a difference in not only their communities, but in the world. A life-changing experience I was able to attend was Washington Leadership Program in Washington, D.C. I got on a plane with other FFA members without my parents and flew to Washington, D.C. for a week. I roomed with 3 other girls from different states, which is very scary, who I later became very good friends with. During the week, we were able to tour the city and show the leadership skills that we were taught. We also learned about world issues and ways to take control and fix them. The one thing I'll never forget was the trip to the community service, which consisted of going into a field and picking different vegetables for a local food pantry. I was able to attend this conference a second year, and it was still something to add to my leadership. As a freshman in high school, I was still learning the FFA ways. from the older kids, and it was time for contest teams. I had no idea that this was not a joke. I didn't think I needed to study, but I was wrong. As a freshman, I was on the FFA knowledge team, which is a history of the FFA and 100 questions. I decided to take on a second team that year, poultry judging. This is when I learned to talk in front of people, not by choice, but because I had made a commitment and was not going to let my team down. I continued the poultry judging team for the next 2 years. We never made the state, although the memories I had are better. This past year, I switched to floriculture team. I will tell you I don't know anything about flowers. That doesn't matter to me. The memories I have are still better. As high school ended, I was proud to say that I held 3 offices, including president in the last year, and I plan to continue my involvement in FFA at the collegiate level at Northwest University, where I will attend this fall. As for being shy goes, look where I'm standing now.
That was contestant number 7, performing her speech, sponsored by Mechanical Motion, LLC. I pretty much got to know these girls throughout high school, but I really got to know them the other day when we were gas station attendants at Q-Stop. And what we did is we all met up there, and we were there for about 4 hours, and we were raising money for the American Cancer Society to give the Relay for Life, and we had a team for that too. But what we did at Q-Stop was really cool. We were gas station attendants, and what we did was we offered to pump their gas and wash their windows for free. And we really tried to push those car wash sales because Q-Stop had agreed to give us $5 for every car wash we sold. And we really did fantastic, and the girls really pulled through, and we sold 63 car washes, and Q-Stop donated over $300 for us, and also we raised money with a lemonade stand that we had set up there, and raised another $400 from that. So I was really proud of the girls for helping me out with that, and I'm sure the American Cancer Society really appreciated our help. But we're ready for contestant number 8, who is performing a speech, and she's sponsored by Equity One Mortgage, and here she is. Thank you.
Good afternoon. 3, 5, 7, 9. What are those numbers, you ask? The numbers are the ages of children I want to teach. During this time we have together, I'm going to tell you about my goal and how I want to pursue it. My goal is to become an elementary school teacher, teaching preschool through 3rd grade. Starting this fall, I'm going to start my journey by attending the college and furthering my education. My dream of becoming an elementary teacher is one I have always had. Being a teacher of these grades builds the foundation of a children's education. At these ages, the children are ready to learn anything, and I can teach them any way possible. I will do this teaching by presenting their learning as fun to create their excitement about education. By exciting about learning, I will accomplish my goal, a teacher. They will remember me and what they learned throughout their educational life. In the fall, I will be attending Missouri Baptist College. While attending, I will start my journey towards becoming an elementary teacher. When I think of it as being a journey, and that the only way of becoming a teacher and fulfilling my dream is to accomplish my journey, this journey of mine is going to be tough and have some hard times. But knowing that at the end, I will have fulfilled my goal is what makes this adventure exciting to me to start. With the time we had together, I have told you about my goal and how I'm going to pursue it. I also have stated that my college career is my journey and that I'm ready to take. If you pick me for Warren County Fair Queen, You can trust me with the scholarship that will be rewarded will go towards my journey in order for me to accomplish my goal of becoming an elementary teacher. So the next time you think of the numbers 3, 5, 7, 9, don't think of them as numbers, but think of them as ages. You will think of me pursuing my goal. Thank you.
That was contestant number 8 performing her speech, sponsored by Equity One Mortgage. I just also wanted to mention that I have been really proud to serve as the Warren County Fair Queen, and she happened to mention something about the scholarship being put to good use. And I recently attended Missouri State University in Springfield for my freshman year, and I decided to major in marketing and advertising and promotion. But of course, majors are always subject to change, especially when you're not exactly sure what you want to go into. But I used that scholarship towards going to Missouri State, and I am really thankful that I got it, and it really has helped out. Excuse me. So just wanted to thank the Fair Board for that, and thank all the sponsors who helped raise that scholarship money. It is never unappreciated. So thank you. Our next contestant is number 9, and she'll be performing her talent, and she's performing a song called Simple Gifts. That was contestant number 9, Performing Her Talent, sponsored by Warren County Record. I just want to take a second and also mention that Equity One Mortgage, Juanita Benfield, is also sponsoring the program, so I want to give a big thank you to her also, and we really appreciate that for also sponsoring a girl too. We appreciate it. Our next contestant, contestant number 10, sponsored by Warrenton DECA, will be performing a speech.
Hi, I'm contestant number 10, and I'm going to talk to you today about DECA. I'm going to let you know what DECA is, how I was involved in DECA, and what my aspirations are for the future and how that involved DECA. First and foremost, some of you might be wondering, what is DECA? DECA is an association of marketing students. It's an organization like Student Council and like NHS, where we're more involved in our community. DECA operates around the 4 points of the DECA Diamond. The 4 points of the DECA Diamond are leadership development, civic consciousness, vocational understanding, and social intelligence. In DECA, our sights are set on competition. Competition is a yearly event, and there are many different events to choose from. The competitions are all centered around the curriculum we learn in the classroom throughout the year. The beginning level of competition is a district level, the goal in mind to get to internationals. The district level qualifies for the state level, and state qualifications send you on to internationals. This year, I had the privilege to make it to internationals. I, along with 2 other young ladies, participated in the event titled the Learn and Earn Project. Our Learn and Earn project was based on the planning of the Zizer Ford grand opening. This project included a 30-page paper and a 15-minute speech. Our speech included a 5-minute portion of questions and answers for our judges we performed for. The road to internationals was a long and stressful road. We competed in districts where we then qualified for the state level. At the state competition, we came in 2nd place, which then qualified us for the international competition in Atlanta, Georgia. Warrenton High School generously sponsored our trip. When we reached internationals, there were over 14,000 kids from around the world. Out of those 14,000 kids, 250 were competing in our chosen category, the Learn and Earn Project. I'm proud to say that out of those 250 students, we placed in the top 16. We were not only a successful team from Warrenton DECA. 13 students made it to internationals, and our 2 group events finished in the top 16. Making it to internationals was a great honor for our DECA program this year, but along with competition, we did much more. I was elected the Community Service Chairperson this year, so I held a position on our Executive Council. Our council is one of the best that Warrenton DECA program has seen. We got many great things accomplished this year, such as the Zizer Ford grand opening, Warrenopoly, Show Me Warren County Home and Garden Show, as well as helping out our Special Olympics team from school. Our 2 main community projects this year were planning the Zizer Ford grand opening and Warrenopoly. The Zizer Ford grand opening was offered to us by Dr. Long, our superintendent, and Mike Feinstein, the general manager of the new Zizer Ford in Warrenton. With this project, we were able to take our knowledge that we learned in the classroom and put it into a real-life setting. We had business meetings, worked on a $5,000 budget, and planned events including a petting zoo, inflatable mazes, and clowns to pass out candy for all ages to enjoy the family-friendly Warren County Zizer Ford grand opening. The grand opening was very successful. Estimates of 300 people were in attendance. This event went off without a hitch, and we are still in partnership with Zizer Ford today. Another huge project for our DECA program this year was a fundraiser titled Warrenopoly. Some of you might be thinking this sounds a lot like Monopoly. Well, that was the whole idea. Warrenopoly is a board game just like Monopoly, but instead of Park Place and railroads, you have warranted businesses on the board game, such as Brewski's and all the local banks in town. To get this fundraiser up and running, we had to have a lot of cooperation from Warren County. Many businesses were eager to get their name on the board. Once we received the games, they started selling like crazy. We still have some games left, so if you'd like one, let me know. They cost $25. With this Warrenopoly fundraiser, we could potentially raise over $14,000. With all the money that we have raised so far, we thought it was time to give back. This year, DECA designed and purchased our Warrenton Special Olympics basketball team's uniforms, as well as we went to their games to act as their cheerleaders. Also, DECA will be donating a mural to the high school that will be placed outside of the school near the football field. With all my accomplishments this year and all the great things I was a part of with DECA, I've decided to attend Missouri State University and study marketing and advertising. I'm a bit undecided whether to become a great marketing teacher or whether I would just like to pursue a marketing career in the field of advertising and promotions. While I sort that out, I do know that being a part of DECA has helped me tremendously. DECA has given me the opportunity to be a part of the business world. With being a part of this business world, I've learned how to speak comfortable in front of people. I've learned how to be a professional. DECA is a great organization that is found all around the world. I urge you to talk to all the young adults in your life about marketing classes. The classes and the DECA program opened your eyes to many career choices that young adults just don't think about. I hope my speech today has given you a better understanding of what DECA is and what the organization is trying to do. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
That was contestant number 10 performing her speech sponsored by Warrenton DECA. The girls are competing for top talent and top speech today, and trophies are sponsored by Poston Heating and Cooling. We really do appreciate that, and also trophies are given to top interview from earlier this morning, top talent, top speech, and also top evening gown when you'll see those evening gowns right after speech and talent, so look forward to that. I'm excited to see the girls' evening gowns. But our next contestant will also be performing a speech. She's contestant number 12, and she's sponsored by Jazz It Up Salon. Thank you.
In celebrating the All-American Girl, I believe that we should recognize one of the sacred and most forgotten rights we are given: your opinion. Yours and yours alone is the only one that truly matters. And that is a gift that I believe if you don't say it out loud, then it's lost. Teens all over the country, some plan for years to save money for a car, study for a driving test all the way up to their long-awaited 16th birthday. Driving is a privilege. The phrase is worn out by parents to encourage their children to think of driving as a responsibility that comes with driving. Subsequently, we strive for the next milestone, the ability to take care of ourselves, our 18th birthday. Many teens don't see this as much more than a marker to their 21st birthday. As a teen, nothing is taken more for granted than the right to vote. For tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare for it today. An African proverb which I thought was pretty, where's it going? As a new, older, and hopefully more mature citizen of America, suffrage is one of the most important rights we have, considering what our forefathers went through to give the people of today this privilege. The right to vote is a privilege our country has fought over and made a right for everyone of age to do so. So why is it not as momentous an occasion as driving or being old enough to buy alcohol? Few teens take advantage of the true power they hold. In Spider-Man, Peter Parker's Uncle Ben was not joking when he said, "With great power comes great responsibility." Granted, the large majority of us will never scale buildings or stop trains from total annihilation, but voicing your opinion can be just as powerful. Upon taking a survey of my 18-year-old peers, I found that there was only one source I could bring their answers back to: carelessness. "I don't care, it doesn't affect me," chimed in my ears as I questioned the thought of a teenager not wanting to state his or her opinion. Those who were so eager to grow up before seem to reject the responsibilities that come along with it. The hassles of understanding the basic principles of democracy, learning the facts about the candidates, and simply just registering to vote. There are 73.7 million young people ages 18 to 24 that could vote. Most don't, alleviating their guilt with a simple phrase, "My vote won't matter anyway." But in the November 2004 election, there were less than 125 votes cast. If every young, eligible voter actually took the time to cast a ballot, we would shape more than half the vote. Yet, there are other setbacks that keep teens from voting. Many teens believe there is nothing appetizing enough in the political arena to keep their grasp and encourage them to express how they feel. When in reality, there are several topics that are voted on that should spark a debate, or at the very least an interest in their young minds. Everything pertinent is up for debate this year in the elections: race, gender, religion. There's an array of topics to be discussed and opinions that need a voice. Another issue that doesn't strike teens as interesting is Social Security, which is a really good example of why we should pay more attention to the polls. Social Security affects us already. As many teens absentmindedly collect their paychecks, many do not notice that money is taken out each week or month or day from Social Security. There's quite a panic that there will be no more money left for our generation when we're ready to retire. In fact, there's a scare that there won't be any money left for our parents to retire, which directly affects us also. Parents should be educating their children on issues in upcoming elections the way they prepare them for driving, letting them know their opinion is important and that they can make a difference. Educate yourself. Know the facts and vote. One day, in pure optimistic fashion, our 18th birthday will consist of more than scratch-off tickets and stamped hands from the hottest nightclubs. We will have in our hand registration forms and the concealed thought that one person can make a difference. I never really cared much for politics until we had to do an assignment in our English composition class. And after that day, each and every one of us was made witness to the fact that your opinion will be free once you let it go. And my teacher's only explanation is she would just stand there and smile and say, "I'm all about expanding your minds without you knowing it." The end.
That was contestant number 12 performing her speech, sponsored by Jazz It Up Salon and Spa. Also, again, with Jazz It Up, I do also want to thank them again for all their help that they've given us. And I know all the girls really appreciate their hair done and their nails done and their toes being massaged and painted. So just wanted to say an extra special thank you to them. I also wanted to mention the girls and I and the Queen team, we held a fundraiser at Applebee's. We did a pancake breakfast, and Linda just informed us this morning that we raised $808 from that pancake breakfast. So if you came out and or donated money to that, we really appreciate that. That goes towards the scholarship. So thank you if you were able to make it. If not, look forward to next year. They'll be doing it again. I'm sure it was a hit. And our next contestant is sponsored by S&S Jewelers, the ones providing the rings for the top sales. Contestant number 14 will be performing her talent.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Y'all ready for this? I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Let's move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Give it up, go. Welcome to the big show. Pump the jam, pump it up, while your feet are stumping. And the jam is pumping, look at the crowd is jumping. Pump it up a little more, get the party going on the dance floor. See, 'cause that's where the party's at, and you find out if you do that. I want a place to stay, get your booty on the floor tonight, make my day. I want a place to stay, get your booty on the floor tonight, make my day. Pump the jam, pump the jam, pump the
That was contestant number 14 performing her talent, sponsored by S&S Jewelers. Our next contestant, contestant 15, will be performing a speech. She's sponsored by USA Mortgage, Denise May.
I would like to ask everyone one question today. Has anybody said anything to you that has inspired you to be who you are or has made you who you have become? I have a few people in my mind who have done such to me. My family has had the biggest impact on me with who I have become and the inspirations that they have been. They've always told me things like, you can do whatever you want to do. You know, set your mind to what you want to be. But the one thing that they have always said to me that has stuck in my mind and made me who I am is do not forget who you are. They have always told me to not forget who I am so that I can become somebody very strong and very outgoing. Also, I have a very late friend of mine who just passed away. She has always told me that I am who I am and do not let anyone change that. That has also inspired me to do the things that I have done throughout high school and throughout my life. Tina Parrish has also influenced me by the career that I'm going to pursue. I'm going to become a cosmetologist this summer. I'm going to be attending Battlerat, and I will receive my cosmetology license in 1 year, and I will be opening my own salon. And she has always told me that opening my own salon will take a lot, and it is very time-consuming, but I eventually will be able to do that. Also, my Coach Romberg is one of my very new soccer coaches from this past year. She would always tell me during soccer practice when I would tell her that there's something I can't do. I can't do this and I can't do that, and I'm not able to do certain things. And she would always tell me, and my fellow soccer players, that if I tell myself I can't, I won't. And that really helped me through this soccer season by telling me that I can do things, even if I don't think that I can. Thank you.
Contestant number 15, performing her speech, sponsored by USA Mortgage, Denise May. Sorry. I wanted to give a special thanks to everyone helping backstage here, and a special thanks to the Queen team, because they're really putting in quite a day today. It's a busy day, and they're doing the best they can, and everything is really going smoothly. Linda Chandler, Becky Tobin, Debbie Lukey, Amy Long, Lyndon Leidenhager, and Michelle Alberthurst. So if you could, just go ahead and give them a round of applause. They can hear you. We really do appreciate them. Thank you. Contestant number 16, sponsored by Dave's Auto Parts, will be performing her talent.
Welcome speech from a small town man. ever saw said this is how you do the watermelon crawl. She said we got 100 gallons of sweet red wine to make from the biggest watermelons on the vine. Help yourself to some, obey the law. If you drink, don't drive, do the watermelon crawl. If you ain't in a hurry, then you ought to stop by. I can guarantee that you're gonna have a ball learning how to do the watermelon crawl. Well, we got 100 gallons of sweet red wine made from the biggest watermelons on the vine. If you sip the song, obey the law. If you drink, don't drive, do the watermelon crawl. Watermelon crawl. Have fun, you all. Do the watermelon crawl.
That was contestant number 16, performing her talent, sponsored by Dave's Auto Parts. I was actually just talking to her while we were back there and getting ready for it, and she had said that she was going to do a line dance, and I said, oh, which one? And she said the watermelon crawl. So I've never been able to learn it. It looks too hard. It's been too hard for me. And she says, oh, it's easy. And I was just watching her, and I have to tell you, it doesn't look very easy. I'm going to give her trouble about it later. But our next contestant is contestant number 17, and she'll be performing her speech, and she's sponsored by Edward Jones, the Office of Tom Nittler, and Corey Hallbush.
I'll be doing a speech about poetry. Poetry. When we hear this simple word, our mind wanders to William Shakespeare, those awful school projects where we had to interpret something that seemed undescribable and just confusing. But there is so much more to poetry than rhyming and patterns and thee, thou, and art. It's a feeling. And I believe that when you read a poem that truly expresses how you feel, it should speak to you. And the beautiful thing about poetry is it can make complete sense to you, while to someone else it sounds nothing but like a string of nonsense. I sadly believe that poetry is a lost form of literature, which is in itself quite discouraging because poetry can be an art form or a channel for self-expression. Whether you're reading or writing or interpreting poetry, you're finding a means of becoming an individual. And with today's stressful and struggling society, it's becoming increasingly difficult to express yourself in a positive way. And I believe that through poetry, you can find a productive and yet creative way to truly put your emotions down into writing. Today, I would actually like to perform or read a poem for you that spoke to me. To some of you, it may just sound like a jumbled mess of words, but to me, it's calm serenity. It helps me find peace in this frenzied world that we live in. It's called Eagle Poem by Joy Harjo. To pray, you open your whole self, to sky, to earth, to sun, to moon, to one whole voice that is you. Sorry. To pray, you open your whole self, to sky, to earth, to sun, to moon, to one whole voice that is you. And know that there is more that you can't see, can't hear, can't know except in moments steadily growing, and in languages that aren't always of sound but of other circles of motion. Like eagle, that Sunday morning, over Salt River, circled in blue sky and wind swept our hearts clean with sacred wings. We see you,
see ourselves, and know that we must take the utmost care and kindness in all things. Breathe in, knowing that you are made of all of this. Breathe, knowing that you are truly blessed because you were born and die soon within a true circle of motion. Like eagle, rounding out the morning inside us. We pray that it be done in beauty. I really want to encourage everyone out here to go and try to find that one poem that makes them feel whole, something that they can go to when they're having a troubling time. And just remember that when you read a poem, read with your heart and not just your eyes. Thank you.
That was contestant number 17, performing her speech, sponsored by Elmer Jones, the Office of Tom Nettler, and Corey Hellebush. I just wanted to talk a little bit about Fair Week and what's going on during it, and some of my favorite events that maybe you guys can make it out to. Like I said, Sunday is the parade and the coronation, and that's the free day, so you should definitely come out. Tuesday is Supercross at 8. Wednesday is the stock truck pull. Thursday is the rodeo, bull riding, and barrel racing. And Friday the 4th is Eric Church at 7:30, and then fireworks and John Anderson performing at 9:45. And then Saturday is the truck and tractor pull and the Grease Pig Scramble. And at the truck and tractor pull, I sat up on stage with my cord, and we, I think, sat a little too close because we were definitely hit with some mud. And I think the drivers were doing it on purpose, but it's just my opinion. They got me right in the crown, right in the middle of it. I think they did it on purpose. Our next contestant, contestant number 18, is performing a speech. She's sponsored by Pittman Funeral Homes.
The All-American Girl. Have you ever thought, what was it like to be a child of a girl? Well, America in 1929 had fallen into a financial crisis known as the Great Depression. People lost their jobs and life savings, and business and the banks closed for lack of money. Today, I am going to be reminiscing the past and the life of Kit Kittredge, an American girl. Kit is a clever and resourceful American girl that helped her family cope during the dark days of the Depression. Here is her story. All about me. I'm turning 9 years old this year, and I have a nose for news. I think I'll start writing my very own newspaper stories for me and my dad to read. My dad is a businessman, and my mom stays at home and takes care of me and my 16-year-old brother, Charlie. And Ruthie, she is my very best friend. We do everything together. Good news. Me and Ruthie, we're reading lots of books this summer. My favorites are the adventures of Robin Hood and his merry men, and the way he robs the rich people and gives their money to the poor. I think it'd be great to live in Sherwood Forest. It's just not fair. Charlie told me today that Dad had to post a car dealership No lumber for a treehouse. No more new books. No tickets to baseball games. And no sweets. There, I'll show Dad my list tomorrow. Bad news. Dad, he still hasn't found a job. And Mom decided to make our house into a place for boarders stay to make some extra money. Now that means I had to move to the attic, and it smells like mothballs. But at least I don't have to deal with that pink frilly room anymore. I guess changes can be good. Now that sounds like a news headline to me. Changes can be good. Today, I changed the attic into my very own room. And Mom, she said for the depression to end, people have to work hard, use what they have, face challenges, and stay hopeful. Kind of like what I had to do for my room in the attic. Now, as you can see, Kit and the rest of the American Girl collection is all about girls who have lived in exciting and very hard times in our past. As you discover their lives, you have to imagine how different life was then, but also discover their ideas and dreams are just like yours and mine. The American Girl collection also helps show girls they can do great things if they believe in themselves.
That was contestant number 18 performing her speech, sponsored by Pittman Funeral Homes. Our next contestant, sponsored by Dance Variations. I just also want to give a special thank to Dance Variations. They're always really helpful with the girls, and they always take time out of their schedules to teach us our dance that we will be performing on Coronation. They always also help sponsor different things for us, so I do want to give a special thanks to Dance Variations. Contestant number 19 will be performing her talent, sponsored by Dance Variations.
There's a song that's inside of my soul. It's the one that I've tried to write over and over again. I'm awake in the infinite cold, but you sing to me over and over and over again. So I lay my head back down, and I lift my hands and pray to be only yours. I pray to be only yours. I know now you're my only hope. Seem to be the song of the stars of your galaxy, dancing and laughing again. When it feels like my dreams are so far, sing to me of the plans that you have for me over again. So I lay my head back down, and I lift my hands and cry to be only yours. I pray to be only yours. I know now
That was contestant number 19, performing her talent, sponsored by Dance Variations. Our next girl, contestant number 20, is sponsored by Hopkins & Hopkins, and she'll be performing her talent. That was contestant number 20, performing her talent, sponsored by Hopkins & Hopkins. Our next contestant 21, sponsored by Two Dudes Barbecue, and she'll be performing her talent.
Hello everyone, as they said, I'm contestant 21, and I will be singing Everyone Dies Famous in a Small Town by Miranda Lambert. And do I dare do it a cappella? Yes I do, because I couldn't find the music for it. Here we go. They say life is so much sweeter through the telephoto lens of fame. But around here you get just as much attention cheering at the high school football games. I dreamed of going to Nashville,
put my money down and place my bet. But I just got the first bug of the season. I made the front page of the Turner Town Gazette. 'Cause every last one round one rural heart's got a story to tell. Every grandma, in-law, ex-girlfriend maybe knows it just a little too well. Whether you're late for church or you're stuck in jail, hey, word's gonna get around. Everybody dies famous in a small town. Tyler and Casey broke up. It ended pretty quietly. We heard he was caught red-handed with her mama. So that's just what they let us all believe. 'Cause every last one round one rural heart's got a story to tell. Every grandma, in-law, ex-girlfriend maybe knows it just a little too well. Whether you're late for church or you're stuck in jail, hey, word's gonna get around. Everybody dies famous in a small town. Baby, who needs their faces in a magazine? Me and you, whoa, we've been stars of this town since we were 17. Let's go on down to the quick stop. Wear yellow shades and I'll put on my tight jeans. And we'll just spend the weekend burning rubber and watch them point and stare in disbelief. 'Cause every last one round one rural heart's got a story to tell. Every grandma, in-law, ex-girlfriend maybe knows it just a little too well. Whether you're late for church or you're stuck in jail, hey, word's gonna get around. Everybody dies famous in a small town. Everybody dies famous in a small town. Thank you.
That was contestant number 21 performing her talent, sponsored by Two Dudes Barbecue. I just want to give a special thanks to reps. Sorry if you can't hear me. Just making sure I get everything right. Reps Gym and Fitness for providing our lunch on tour day. It was kind of a last minute thing and they were there for us to help us out, and they're always good sponsors of the Warren County Fair Queen Contest, so we do appreciate reps for providing us lunch on tour day. Our last but not least contestant number 22, sponsored by Gasdorf Body Shop, Scott Hart, will be performing her talent. Thank you.
Don't seem right to hurt so bad when all you're giving is love. You wouldn't let me love you, you're just too hard to hold. I gotta break the chains that bind me, so I'm gonna take a cab, take a train, maybe a limousine, anything to get me out of here. Ain't no way around it, oh no doubt about it. One thing is clear, oh there's protecting your heart. I'm trying to break through time after time. Oh, but it keeps us apart. I'm trying not to know that it's killing me to stay. I'd rather be alone than hurt this way. Gonna take a cab, take a train, maybe an limousine, anything to get me out of here. Ain't no way around it, oh no doubt about it. One thing is clear, oh there's no time for tears. The time has come to move ahead and find what waits for me. Oh.
All right, that wraps it up for the talent and speech part of the competition. And in just a little bit, we're going to do evening gown. So I guess we're going to have just a short intermission, but if you guys could stay and watch, that'd be great. I know the girls appreciate you guys being here. Just be a little bit longer, and Linda's going to escort the judges back to their room, and we'll be back in a little bit. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for your patience in waiting. I hope you had a nice break. We're excited about our next part of the competition. We'll have Ms. Danielle Buxton come back out and join us. If she heard me. Come on, Emma. Isn't she doing a great job today? Thank you so much.
All right, thanks again for everybody waiting. We have a special performance for you by Kennedy Chandler and Kylie Tobin. Yeah. Thank you.
Here we go. That's right. Let's go, y'all. And 5, 6, 7 with the vocals. All right, Dorinda, work it, girl. Oh.
They've been dancing since they were 3 years old, and they choreographed that dance, so that was pretty impressive. Whenever the judges are ready, you guys ready to start the evening gown? Okay, great. We're going to start with contestant number 1, sponsored by Guardian Title Company. Contestant number 2 is sponsored by Westplex Real Estate, Sam Smith. Contestant number 3, sponsored by Hometown Bakery. Contestant number 4, sponsored by the Edwards Brothers. Contestant number 5, sponsored by Zeiser Auto Group. 1 through 5. Contestant number 6, sponsored by Grave Transpo Missions. Contestant number 7, sponsored by Mechanical Motion. Contestant number 8, sponsored by Equity One Mortgage, Juanita Benfield. Contestant number 9, sponsored by Warren County Record. Contestant number 10, sponsored by Warrenton DECA.
One more look at contestants 6 through 10. Contestant number 12, sponsored by Jazz It Up Salon and Spa. Contestant number 14, sponsored by S&S Jewelers. Contestant number 15, sponsored by USA Mortgage, Denise May. Contestant number 16, sponsored by Days Auto Parts. Contestant number 17, sponsored by Edward Jones, the Office of Tom Nittler, and Corey Helbush.
Contestant number 18, sponsored by Pittman Funeral Homes. Contestant number 19, sponsored by Dance Variations. Contestant number 20, sponsored by Hopkins and Hopkins. Contestant number 21, sponsored by Two Dudes Barbecue. Contestant number 22, sponsored by Gastorf Body Shop, Scott Hart. contestants 18 through 22. One last look at all of the contestants. Come on out, girls. Aren't they gorgeous? Now's the time for pictures. Just kidding. Before the judges are escorted back to their room, I just wanted to recognize the girls really quick and just to tell you how proud I am of you. It takes guts and courage to do what you've done today, and I just want to recognize you and appreciate you for your effort, and I want to congratulate you for doing a great job today. I think that all of your parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, very proud of you, and so are we. So you give them a big round of applause. All right, and we're going to have the girls just remain right where you're at, and the judges will head on off to do their work. We give our judges a big round of applause. I'm going to thank them. You'll get to meet who they are tomorrow night, assuming you're all coming tomorrow night, right? Okay. All right. All right. I'd like to recognize Kylie and Kennedy real quick. Will you guys peek your head out here real quick? I'm going to give them a big round of applause.
thank all the backstage help, Michelle and Linda, and just everybody that helped backstage. It was awesome today. So real quick, I wanted to invite Accessorize Me to come on down. And so while they're coming down, so you have anything to do now? Like, are you excited this is over? How about a hoot and holler, big power or something? Awesome. Well, you guys really do look stunning. And so I'm just really proud of you, and I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. It makes me like kind of tear up when I see you all so pretty. So, all right, we want to come on over here, and before I recognize you guys, Danielle, step out a little further here. We want to recognize Miss Danielle Buxton. She did a great job today, don't you think? Thank you so much, Danielle. Good job. All right, real quick, just to kind of let you know what we're gonna have something special for the girls, and then pretty much we're gonna ask you to head on out. It's the nicest way I can say it, but we're gonna ask you to head on out because the girls want to practice their dance for tomorrow night, and we want that to be just a great surprise for everyone. So I know you understand, and so I know you'll want to talk with them, like, for just 2 seconds, and that's fine, 2 seconds, and then if you'll head on out, and then we can proceed with the rest of our day. We have pizza yet to eat, we have cookies yet to eat, and we have rehearsal to get to, so. But thank you very much for coming. I know the girls really appreciate your support, so thank you. All right, I'd like to introduce Dawn Hyatt, and Jesse Nagel from Accessorize Me. They're a new sponsor this year, and we're just so excited about their support this year. And they have a business here locally and called Accessorize Me. Their shirt's cute. They got shirts on. And so, do you want to tell them a little about what you wanted to present to girls? You want me to keep talking? You like microphones? Okay. And so these ladies approached us about they wanted to give something to each of the contestants this year, and we were just like, oh, that is so awesome. And so we're excited. The girls didn't know anything about it, and so we have that to present to them today. So everybody gets to get a bag. Go ahead and grab a bag. No peeking. No peeking. Pass a bag down to your neighbor. Don't worry, they're all the same. Pass one down to your neighbor. Okay, stand back in your line so we can see everybody. And so I know that you can check out Accessorize Me. Their phone numbers are in the program and in the fair book. And they have a wide range of products, fabulous products and accessories to accessorize you. All right, and so, somebody peeking?
Sorry, she is.
Oh my gosh. So how long do you think you can stand there without opening that? All right, and so on the count of 3, we're going to open those. 1, 2, 3. So cute. Oh, they sparkle. Oh, wow. And so Dawn and Jesse had said they always see the queen contestants walking around the fairgrounds with no purse, no bag. And so no place to put their phone, no place to put their money, so they thought that a fabulous handbag has a strap, right girls? Is there a strap in there? Pull that baby out, somebody model. Oh, so they'll be able to sport that around the fairgrounds and And Danielle, did you have a fancy one there too? Awesome. All right. Well, we just want to thank you so much, Dawn and Jesse, and we hope that everyone will check out what you have to offer because it looks like they're off to a great start. So, will you give Accessorize Me a big round of applause? Thank you.
Girls, in each of your purses, there's 5 business cards. Hand them out.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And girls, I tell you what, you could probably just set your bags right down there in the front like they were, and you'll be ready to go. Okay, and so parents and family, we got like 2 minutes to say your congratulations and goodbye, and then we'll head on
Okay, you can have 5. Okay, maybe 7 minutes. All right. Thank you.